Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to start making you a monthly update as I send you my item of value. I also want to send you some real estate information so that you could share it with anybody that you know. I'm going to focus primarily on Suffolk County because that's where most of you are, and we'll go over some market trends that are currently happening. So don't mind me if I look down. I didn't memorize all this stuff, but I wanted to give you the information so you have it and you could share this video with anybody that might find it useful. So right now we're looking at information from June of 2023 because July hasn't fully completed yet, and the report usually comes out on like the 15th of the month for the previous month. So right now these are June numbers, but the trends are similar, even though we don't have the data yet, just from the research that I'm doing and what we're seeing every day. We're pretty much seeing similar trends. So here's what's going on in a basic snapshot version of Suffolk County. So number one, we're still in a seller's market, and there's a few reasons for this. The first one is months of inventory, and that's just how much housing supply there is. So overall, there's 2.42 months of inventory, and that's down 7% from the previous month. So that means there's less inventory than there was the month before in May. Okay, so you've probably heard me say this a million times. I'm beating a dead horse, but low inventory means higher prices. So if you're selling, it's great. If you're buying, not so much, because prices are staying way up here, and so are interest rates. Now, I'll talk a little bit about rates and information that I received this month that I'm going to pass on to you, but I'll talk about that at the end because that's kind of the bright spot depending on how you look at it. So median days on market is still 26. So that means that it's taken 26 days for a house to come on the market to come off the market. And off the market essentially is in contract, because once it's pending, it's off the market and people don't go see it anymore. So 26 days is still very, very good. I mean, that's quick. We're talking about less than a month, okay, that houses are being listed and then going under contract. And that includes coming soon, because technically it's on the market during the coming soon. The median sale price for Suffolk County was $579,000, and that is up 3.1% over the month of May. So again, prices just keep climbing. I know it sounds crazy with interest rates. No, I'm not taking any calls right now. So with rates the way they are, you would think that prices would come down. People still need to buy. People still need to sell. And when there's low demand and there's enough buyers who are willing to take that monthly payment, there's still competition for houses. We're still seeing bidding wars, everybody. I swear it's happening. I know it sounds crazy. But ultimately, prices are going to keep going up. And right now, there's one strategy if you're looking to buy a home. You are buying to refi. And you'll probably hear me talk about this again and again. If you need to sell right now, if it's a need, I'm not talking about want to upsize or downsize. If you don't need to do it, sure, there's no harm in waiting. There's some benefits of doing it now, but you're going to eat a much bigger plate of the monthly payment, bottom line. Like, you're going to have a higher monthly than you want, but I'll just get into the rates now. Rates are projected to come down below 5% towards the middle or end of 2024. Now, usually a typical refinance, they have like a break-even line of when it's worth it. And usually the break-even line is somewhere within 2 years, it's worth it to refinance. So if you were to sell and buy right now, you would be in that 2-year timeline of the benefit of refinancing, and going from a rate that's upwards of near 7 to getting to at 5 or below 5, like a 2% rate decrease, is a huge saving on your monthly payment. It's probably about $500 a month, but the amount of interest that you're going to eliminate over the life of that loan is hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's another thing that you have to look at is when you refinance, yeah, you might, your equity is being rolled into the new loan and you might lose equity, quote unquote, because it's not coming into your pocket, but it's still going into your house and you're going to save hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that is super important because, I don't know, if you told me right now, spend $500,000 more in interest over the next 30 years, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to get out of that refi. So that's me. But again, I'm just here to give you the information. Some other things that have changed, median estimated value. So the value of homes has gone up 0.9% in a month. So that's almost 1% in a month. That's pretty good. The appreciation that we've seen on average over the last 3 years, COVID included, but even post-COVID 2023, we're seeing an average of 10% appreciation. So that means if you bought a home in 2019 for $500,000. 3 years later, 2020. If you bought a home in 2020 for $500,000, 3 years later now, it's 2023, that house has potentially appreciated $150,000, 10% a year. Okay, that's 50 grand a year. 50 times 3 is 150. That's $150,000. That's what we're seeing in the market. We're seeing people that bought houses for $500,000 and they're selling them for $650, especially if you've done some updates, interior updates and exterior. You could have added value, buyer value, and that's the most important thing. What's up, buddy? Tyson's down here. So again, over 12 months, that's a 4.1% increase in Suffolk County. But again, when you take the 3-year averages, it's been an average of 10% over the last 3 years. So value just keeps going up. That's the beauty of it. Right now, you're probably sitting with a lot of equity in your home, and that's great. If you have equity, you are sitting pretty because there's lots that you could do with that equity. If you have any questions about, if you're going to do work, number one, I called most of you and I told you about the big spreadsheet that we have at Signature with all these service providers. But if you're thinking about getting work done to your house, exterior, interior, whatever it is, definitely call me because I have great people to refer. Even if you know someone, it's always good to get 3 bids, first and foremost. Number 2, the amount of equity that you are probably sitting on if you've bought in the last 2 years or previously, 2 or more years, you're sitting on a ton of equity, and there's some options that you might be able to use besides a refinance. You could look into a home equity line of credit, which is also known as a HELOC. It's basically like a credit card based on the value of your house. That might be a great option for you in the current market. Stop texting me. Everybody's texting me. I'm just so popular. By the way, this is fake. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah, it's tapestry. I just figured I'd tell all of you because you're my people. Last couple of things. As far as new listings, the price of listings has gone up 2.3%. Average listing price, median listing price, $629,000. The number of properties in Suffolk County, 1,523. That's a 7.8% drop. So again, we're getting less properties listed, which is going to drive those prices up. Okay, and as far as active listings go, right now in June, not right now, but the median list price in June, which this is kind of like the height of the market from March to June and even July, was $778,000, which was a bump of 11%. So houses are being listed for more. They're going up 11%. That's a ton of money. That's why when we talk about Zestimates and like the margin of error is plus or minus 10%. Like if you have an $800,000 house, that means your estimate is off. It could be off showing that it's $80,000 less than what it's worth or $80,000 more than what it's worth. So big deals here. These percentages are huge, okay? That's really all that you need to know right now about the market, but generally what you need to know is inventory is low, rates are high, but people still need to buy. There's less competition, but the houses are still going with multiple bids. Now, when those rates come down, 2024, when they get back to normal levels, I don't ever count on them going into the 3s again. It's probably not going to happen. But when rates come down to 5, even 5.5, there is going to be an explosion of buyers. We've saw data recently about the amount of buyers that are sitting on the sideline for millennial purchasers, which are like the biggest number of purchasers, and the number is astronomical, and they were just waiting. They are waiting to buy a house, and you have 60% of homeowners in the United States, or 65%, have a mortgage rate of under 4%. So they're waiting too. So when we see these rates come down, there is going to be a boom from people who not only are, free and clear, but free and clear meaning they have no mortgage, but people who are ready to upsize or downsize, they're going to take out another loan, but they are okay with a rate of, when you think about it now, how good does 5.5 sound as compared to 7? So it's going to explode. It's going to be crazy. So if you are a buyer or you know someone that's thinking about buying, one of the strategies that I'm pushing right now is buy and then refi. It's a bad time to buy, but at the same time, you're going to make a good investment because even though the prices are high and the interest rates are high, you can get out of that rate and lower your monthly payment. Prices are going to go up. You can never change the price of a house, okay? And the bottom line is you live in a monthly payment, you don't live in the price, Okay, your monthly payment is all that matters in the finances over the course of that loan. So if you know someone who's on the fence about buying and they're not sure, just have them talk to me. You could share this video with them. I'll explain it in person, whatever. But your goal is to get the best rate you can, monthly rate. And if those prices shoot up, which, I mean, you think about it right now, they're going up and up every month, regardless of the interest rate. When that rate starts going down and affordability goes back up, people are going to start jacking those prices up, okay? They're going to jack their prices up even more than what they are. Figure like 50 grand over whatever the listing price is now. That's what everybody's going to do. And people are going to pay it because now they're going to say, oh, the rate's lower. The monthly payment isn't going to be as bad. But at some point, they're going to balance out, because if you have 10 people bidding 50 over asking, how quickly is someone going to go to 65 to 70 over asking? Because it's still within that monthly range that they're comfortable with. Okay, so that's what we're looking at down the road. So the only advantage to buying right now is you're avoiding that competition and saving money down the road. You're paying more upfront for a little while, but you're going to save in the long run. Okay? That's about it. I hope this was helpful and useful to you. Share this with anybody. You can just share the QR code. I don't really actually, share the video, not the QR code. But please check out the back of the flyer also. My buddy Ralph Lush, the first person I'm acknowledging, like my business highlight. Ralph is the best home inspector ever. A lot of you that know me and have used Ralph, and you know how great he is. So please refer Ralph to anybody that you know that might need a home inspector. If you're thinking about selling in the next year, 2 years, have Ralph come in and do a pre-home inspection. Ralph will go through and point out all the things that would be a problem for you if you were selling. And Ralph is good in the sense that he's not an alarmist. He's going to be real and honest with you and tell you what you need to do and what's going to come up regardless of the market. Because even right now in a crazy market, we still have things that sellers have to fix, like safety issues, electric, heating and water, roof. Those things have to be working. So Ralph is great for that. Definitely reach out to him if you are, if you're thinking about a move and you don't want to have any issues, call him and he'll come in and he'll tell you exactly what you need to have addressed. All right. Other than that, I hope you had a wonderful July. I'm looking forward to doing this again in August and seeing all of you. And if you have any questions, remember, don't hesitate to reach out, because I'm always here to help. And also don't forget, I am never too busy for your referrals. Your referrals are the key to my success in this business. And my biggest thing is that if you refer someone to me, I want to treat them like I would treat you. So thank you for watching. And again, if you know anybody that could use my help professionally, send them my way, and I'll see you later.